Are we on the air? I think I think we're on the air. Um, and hey, I got on before 9 p.m. That's a more reasonable hour for most of you out there, right? Hopefully. Anyway, for those who are catching this delayed, um, first of all, yes, it's another oh hey Dark Road Run. So we've got one person. Oh, we've got several people. Oh crap. Hey Uberman Tampa. Uberman Tampa. How you doing, buddy? Sorry for royally screwing up your name, by the way. I just completely forgot it when I made that video. And yeah, there's no excuse. I'm sorry. So, as all of you can tell from the hey delivery driven, how you doing? So we everything's going fine. I actually got back from some driving. 20 rides, $120 bonus. Hey, you know what? That's gonna buy a certain someone's UGG boots. I'm not even making a joke. That's what they're called, UGG boots. Amazing the names they have for things these days. Hi Juan. Like Uberman Tampa said, midnight here. Must be in court at 8 a.m. tomorrow for throwing a smoke out the window. Wait, really? Huh? I didn't know that they took people to court over that. Oh, thanks, Juan. Yeah. Hey, Tammy. Hey, Jason. Hey, Paula. Um, so, hmm. All right. I think we're going to have a very lively discussion. But hey, Thomas. Thomas. First question of the night. Hi, Mike. Let's see if we can break the chat. Who here's seen The Last Jedi? Thumbs up, thumbs down. No spoilers. Mandatory court in Florida for littering. Oh, I guess technically, yeah, I guess technically it would be littering. I'm sorry. All right, right, sure. I always saw it. So hey, so really, just one person. One says thumbs up. Awesome. Thomas says thumbs down. Okay. Thumbs down. Hi, Dennis. Irving says it was amazing. And oh, that's nice. See it. Jason has not seen it. So, okay. I guess that's proof that not everybody and their mother was seeing it on the opening weekend. So, I was actually kind of expecting that movie to make the weekend a little less busy, but that was not the case. And Ramia, hey, from the Bay Area. Okay, so we are going to. Yep. All right. So seems the Simon says what Uber does so effed up on so many levels. I hope Google wins. Irvine saw it in IMAX. Totally saw the Last Jedi in IMAX. Totally worth it. Thomas, Uber doesn't pay enough to indulge in movie theater endeavors. Well, Thomas, that's just to let you know, I'm not being paid, but there's this thing called Movie Pass where for $10 a month, one movie a day for 30 days. Can't be 3D or IMAX, but it's a good deal. So Luxan Wick 50 bonus this week for 30 rides. Sucks but better than nothing from Chicago. Well, you guys Chicago really Uber really does not treat the Chicago drivers well. I've heard some true horror stories on what you guys get paid and have been paid. Um, so, all right. So, since people are talking about Uber, and then in all fairness, that's why you're here. We're here for Uber, and I'm sure you've seen the title. We're going to talk about that little letter bombshell that dropped in the Waymo case. Now, interestingly, I feel bad doing this. I really do, but I'm going to be reading from BuzzFeed. Not because BuzzFeed are good writers. They really are not, but because they actually have the most comprehensive list of the things that were revealed in the letter. And I'm going to go through as many of the things that Uber was caught in that I possibly can, because I don't want to be doing this for like 2 hours. I don't think you guys want to be doing this for 2 hours, but um, it's yeah, it's bad, guys. I mean, here's the thing: you're talking to a guy who has it rarely a day has gone by where I have not complained about something Uber has done. Rarely a day. And this is a guy who seriously and honestly believes Uber will not be around in 2019. I don't think they're going to hit their IPO. Even if they get to the point where they want to have an IPO, no sane person would invest in them unless they were hoping for the company to be bought, which, in all fairness, there's enough value in the name for that to be a proposition at one point. But after this letter, like, not only is Uber going to lose the Google lawsuit, not they're going to lose it. There's no possible way they can win at this point. Like, Justice Department's going to come down on them. Every government official is going to come down on them. In fact, I fully anticipate this week to be making a lot of videos um that is going to be saying who's going after them at this point. Dark Road Run says, can't remember the last positive story to come out of Uber. Tipping? Perhaps? I mean, granted, that was half a year ago. Travis leaving was the last positive thing for Uber. Well, the tipping came after he left, so I would still say the tipping, but Travis leaving Uber was a positive, although, as you probably are aware if you've especially been watching my channel, it's not like that's really changed a whole lot. It hasn't. I mean, he's still causing problems for the company. So, but what are the things that were revealed in this letter? Well, Lyft waiting till Uber is shut down and maybe they will raise rates. Maybe. Yes, that is probably true. Lyft is in a position where they just don't want to screw up and they're kind of waiting for Uber to kill themselves, for lack of a better word. Um, so anyway, the so the first thing that was revealed in this 37-page letter, which I will link to below after the stream is over because I forgot to do that. Uh Not only was Uber able to obtain trade secrets, but they used the data they obtained to inflate the ultimate valuation of Uber. So the very first thing the letter, well, okay, I don't know what order they're putting this in, but the very first thing on the list of things the letter reveals on this article, Uber deliberately stole data and they used it to inflate the value of their company. So I wonder how that makes SoftBank feel if SoftBank is indeed still in the running to invest in Uber, because Uber has claimed for a long time we're worth $68 billion. And SoftBank says, well, we think you're worth 50 billion. Uber might actually, in theory, be worth a lot less. This is why, unless the company is public, there's really no way to truly know what the company is valued, because all the information that supports the valuation of the company is in the hands of the company. So there's that. Okay, next thing that was revealed in this letter. Uber's marketplace analytics MA team exists expressively for the purpose of acquiring trade secrets, code base, and competitive intelligence, including deriving key business metrics of supply, demand, and the function of applications from major ride-sharing companies globally. Now, I won't spend too much time on this one, obviously, because no, Uber is not on the stock market. We kind of already know that. We honestly kind of knew that for a while. We knew that Uber had a team set up specifically to steal trade secrets, but this letter more or less confirms it. Griffin said, "Relax, people. Uber is solid." Well, let's we'll see if that's true. Like the more this goes on. Uh, let's see. Robert Allen said, "Screw Uber and Lyft. I'm waiting till Pulp and Go gets started in Washington." Uh, Robert, I've got bad news for you. Pulp and Go is bust. So I wouldn't wait too long for that one to happen. So the next thing that this letter revealed in January 2017, a person, quote, contacted Jacobs, who's the guy who reported this stuff to Uber HR, by the way, on Wicker and advised they had a bug in a meeting with transport regulators and that they needed help cleaning up the audio. Jacobs immediately contacted Craig Clark, Uber's then legal director for threat operations, and informed him of the unlawful request. Clark instructed Jacobs to tell the city team that Uber did not have the technical capabilities to assist, encouraged them not to transmit the audio, and convinced them to make it go away. Oh, thanks, Dark Roadrunner. That's definitely nice. Thank you very much. So that I agree Putin played Hillary, but that's not today's topic, unfortunately. Um we have confirmation now that Uber was bugging politicians. I mean, no wonder they're able to get away from some of the regulations. They probably got dirt on some of the people who, are against them. And they were recording them too. It's almost like Richard Nixon, except with a company, or maybe Lex Luthor would be a better comparison. You know how Lex Luthor like has enough power to bug the various different mm, various enemies of his in the comics. Does anyone here read comics? I don't know. Uh Next thing that was revealed. Jacobs reasonably believed that the bribery of foreign officials was taking place, but the names of the places where he thought this was happening were redacted. So, no problem. He also suspected that Uber was bribing foreign officials, and it should be noted Uber is under investigation for this very thing. This very thing. So, Uberman Tampa said they had an article about them recording PAX movements on their phones and gaining data, etc. Yeah, I think that was the help program. Um, and so yeah, but Jacobs did redact this because the countries that he thought were being discussed in bribery, he either changed his mind or he couldn't find any proof to that. So, for whatever it's worth, that's that. And excuse me, guys. Sometimes you just gotta block someone. Um, Another fun fact: Uber used undercover agents to collect intelligence against the taxi groups and local political figures. The agents took rides in local taxis, loitered around locations where taxi drivers congregated, and leveraged a local network of contacts with connections to police and regulatory authorities. This not a bombshell. Not gonna lie, that we've kind of known for a while. I mean, there were stories years ago of, for example, Uber agents taking Lyft rides and recruiting the Uber drive, not sorry, recruiting the Lyft drivers to drive for Uber instead. So it doesn't surprise me one bit that they would do this for the taxi industry as well. Uber fights dirty. Yep, they do. This is all part of the win at all cost mentality that not only Travis Kalanick, but Silicon Valley in general tolerates and encourages. So let's see here. Uh, Uber collected details on redacted, including information that has too much redactions in it. So we're going to skip it. Um, So, one second, folks. Boss says this just makes Uber more guilty when the trial starts. Thanks, Good Boog Enterprises, for reporting the spammer. I'm not threatened by a spammer, of course, but they are so annoying. Got any Bitcoin, Kevin? I don't know why you want to know. I mean, yeah, I just don't know why you want to know. So, that's not the point. That's not the whole point of the conversation. So let's see here. Let's see here. So, will Travis appear on court or data? I think both, to be honest. Oh, you mean Dara? I think both, but Trav Travis will be feeling more heat than Dara because Dara's doing the equivalent of saving his career as much as he possibly can at this point. I think it's finally dawning on him what a mess the company is, and that's why he's actually admitting one of the reasons he's admitting the wrongdoing, so that he can at the very least say, I put a stop to it and I admitted it when it had no benefit to me whatsoever. I think the guy's trying to avoid jail getting taken down with the company, to be honest. Next thing. Jacob felt the things Uber was doing overseas, quote, needlessly expose Uber and its employees to severe risk, including the likely termination of Uber's operations and possible imprisonment of its employees should capable security services in many overseas locations discover Uber's espionage. Yeah, that worked out. Oh, you want me to be wealthy? Oh, thanks. Thanks. Hi, Jamal. So Dark Road Runner has a good question. Jeez, this list is long. Boy, I was hoping to have this wrapped up in an hour, but who knows? Um, but the question is, if Dara knew what he knows now, would he have taken the job? I suspect not. I suspect not. Actually, and I mean, I think Dara saw Uber as a challenge, and I think he felt he could turn the company around. He turned Expedia around. But there's a reason a lot of other CEOs took themselves out of the running because they were I think they got close to the situation, look at what's going on, and they were just like, "No. No, that's not for me." Um, let's Wow. Spammers are like ants. You block them, and they just keep coming back. Right, Chair I said, "I think he's second guessing his choice." Probably. Here's the next thing. Jacobs wanted to create a secure and encrypted database to ensure confidentiality and presented a draft proposal to his managers. However, discussions broke down immediately as the group objected to preserving any intelligence that would make preservation and legal discovery a simple process for future litigants. Oh, ooh, that says more about Uber the company than anything possibly could. Next thing, Jacobs questioned the legality of collecting intelligence necessary for the analysts, which targeted politicians, regulators, and taxi union officials. That's probably more of an extension of an earlier thing, but okay. In January 2017, Jacobs informed Clark, as discussed above, that a redacted team member had illegally bugged a meeting. Clark did nothing. In February, Jacobs was demoted without warning, which he felt was a direct response to his unwillingness to engage in illegal activity. And by the way, that is an interesting thing to be stated because I'm sure we've all read the Susan Fowler blog post by now and how she reported some things to HR, but against someone who was working in the company. And, well, the company did nothing against them and she faced retaliation of her own. So I think it's just within Uber's culture to retaliate against people who, um, you know, whistleblow on them. Oh, SS says, "Hey, hey, Kevin, nice videos you have. Thanks for what you do. Oh, not sure if you wanted. There was a lawsuit in works, and I'm one of the plaintiff. Maybe off topic, but yeah, Juno. Hmm, interesting. Feel free to email me about it when you get a chance. That would be fun to look at. Okay, okay. Next thing. Since his termination, Jacobs has learned that rather than conduct a legitimate investigation, CEO Travis Kalanick informed several of the implicated parties about Jacobs' claims prior to any legitimate investigation. This is largely the reason that Jacobs does not feel Uber has acted in good faith and why he does not wish to sit down for a formal interview. Yep. So we already know Kalanick. How do people at Uber honestly expect us to believe that the data breach was not known by Kalanick and that he did not deliberately try to cover it up? With information like that, how they're lawyers. Uber may have improperly recorded a phone call with employees following allegations of sexual harassment by a former Uber employee. Uber did not tell the participants that the call was being recorded and accordingly had not received permission from the call participants to record it as required by California law. Yeah. Now, that one's gonna rile a few people's feathers because I know there are some states where the recording participation laws are different, where you can, if you want to record something, you can do it because you are the approving party member. California is not one of those states. That's why wiretap confessions rarely work in California because there's a law that says you need to actually be informed that they are being recorded before the recording can be used against you in a court of law. So, I mean, the thing is, I don't think Uber wanted to take these recordings to the court of law. I think they just want it on file for some reason. Why I don't know. Uber hired at least one CIA trained collector to collect mobile phone metadata either directly through signal intercept equipment, hacked mobile devices, or through the mobile network itself. The information eventually shared with Jacobs and others included call logs with time and date of communications, communicants' phone numbers, call durations, and the identification of the mobile phone subscribers. Why does Uber need that information? Why does why the reason the executive Uberman interview left? Mm, I yeah, I'm just gonna report this person. And that guy I hear left for family reasons. He was just tired of traveling all the time. Keep in mind, not every single person in Uber is a scumbag. They really aren't. Um, it's just if you're man Tampa said if you're employed by an employer and signed consent to be recorded at the time of hire, you've given consent. Except that actually, no, I don't think that is the case. Even if they put it in the contract, I think you actually have to state before each conversation or phone call, this call may be recorded. That's why so many of these, when you call companies, they right before any conversation takes place, they say this call may be recorded. That is their legal statement that we told you the call would be recorded. So, anyway, Uberman Tampa, that's an excuse. He certainly wouldn't tell the real reason. Well, maybe it is the real reason. I don't know him personally, but I don't believe everyone in the company's a scumbag. So I don't. Um, like I said, I'm kind of holding my opinion on him until I respond to the interview, which I'm waiting for the fourth part to do that. But anyway, um, let's see here, and we're at the final thing that was exposed. Uber accessed a protected computer database to lure drivers away to work for the company, even though the database was protected by CAPTCHA to prevent the sort of automated downloading that Uber's MI team intended to carry out. MA was ultimately successful in hacking the system and obtaining the driver database. Because Uber not only access a protected computer in order to fraudulently capture its valuable contents to gain a competitive advantage, the hack violates the Computer Fraud and Abuse Act as well as the California Penal Code Section 502. Now, I think that's referring to the Lyft, um, the Lyft problem, where they said they found a back door to Lyft's system and looked into all of us. Hmm. The guy that we're renting the room out, one of the rooms out to, is home. He's really loud, so sorry. Um, but yeah, I think that's what they're referring to, where they found the back door and could access our Lyft unique driver codes and stuff, and offer bonuses to people who are driving more for Lyft. And if you drove for Uber, then you got nothing. But according to this letter, it wasn't that there was a back door. It wasn't like there was a mistake Lyft overlooked. They actually hacked the system. Well, that's a little different. That's a little different than the competitor simply forgetting to close the door and you find out how the secret sauce is made. That's actually that constitutes as breaking and entering and stealing the recipe. So let's see here. Uberman Tam said, I don't think he's a scumbag, just thinks he found out some stuff and wanted to leave before stuff gets real. It's possible. It's possible. But I have no reason to believe otherwise, although, yeah. SS. Honestly, Uber was being too nice when I saw his interview. They did quite a lot to drivers. I'm surprised how you guys drive outside of NYC with rates so low. I I pretty much do it for research these days. Um, the Oscars are in March. Roman said, I was planning to do Uber Eats for side job. Do Postmates or Grubhub instead if you can. You'll get tips at least. Rideshare. Oh, yeah, I totally agree. Uberman interview was a total PR move. He didn't do any kind of hard questions. Seemed to be totally on their side. I He did the interview the way he wanted to. I believe that. So, um, Griffin, you probably know this, but Uber grant interviews to several social media people, not just Uberman. I am aware of that. I am very much aware of that. I know they're trying to change their public image with the drivers. Honestly, there's a pretty easy way they can do that. We all know what that reason is, but they just won't. They just won't, and it's one of those classic cases of they want to have their cake and eat it too. They want to get the drivers back on their side, but they don't want to do any of the things that are required that will get them back on their side. Um, let's see here. So anyway, that's the list of. So that's pretty damning stuff. I mean, illegal hacking, bribery, spying on politicians, competition, spying on the competition, recording conversation without letting them know, having HR basically not do anything. I mean, yeah, this is thing I was thinking about while I was preparing for this. Um because I was wondering, what would it have taken for Uber to make this Waymo lawsuit go away? And someone apparently reported at one point that Google was asking for about $3 billion to settle. And Uber said no, probably rightfully so, because they don't have a lot of cash. That would wipe out like half of their supply and of reserve cash. And it just that would really, really harm them. And considering they're already losing like $1 billion every few months, they probably just felt like they couldn't. They just couldn't. That would put them in too much of a bind. Now my question though is with this letter coming out, this letter and how the case now gets delayed and how the judge actually seems at this point pretty prejudiced against them because he's tired of them. I wonder if someone at Uber is not regretting settling with Waymo when it was just $3 billion. Because with this information, the settlement probably jumps to 9 billion at least. Um, SS, yes, that is the correct email you can send it to. So, but what are your guys' thoughts on any of these revelations? I have to say, I shouldn't be surprised, but mm, I somehow am. I somehow am just a little bit surprised still that it got this bad. I believe Disney created the minivans just after news of that lawsuit. They are working on getting Uber out of Disney. Well, yes and no. I mean, yeah, I I don't think they really care about Uber coming to Disney. I don't. However, they know that people are using this form of transportation to get to the parks way more often, and they want it to be much more organized. Because I used to work for Disney, and Disney has a lot of very carefully planned layouts on how things operate and how they work. And I think was bothering them that ride sharing was becoming a bigger way for people to get to the parks, and it wasn't organized. So, but they wanted to partner with someone so that they could organize it and have it lined up the way they would like it to. But I believe that they went with Lyft probably because of the stuff that Uber was going through. Lyft just seemed like the more family-friendly option at the time. So, Scott Walsh, Travis Kalanick didn't kill competitors' dogs outside their house at night and leave them on the hood of their cars. Uber never ran over mom and her baby and then refused to refund their. No, not really. But Uber's let like rapists on their platform and a terrorist bomber. Dark Road. Uber should have countered with free rides for life as a sub. Yeah, I'm not, that's gonna work. Yeah, hey, Google. The car information we stole. How about our settlement be? We'll give you free rides in that car. I mean, it's your car. You paid for it, right? So, Fred Boss said Uber is a very unethical company. Travis tried everything bad to shortcut and succeed. Yep, he did. He absolutely did. Um, one second. Uh, I have no idea, but someone just said the audio was out, so I'm trying to get confirmation that that's the case. Griffith says audio's good. Okay, so Scott, I know what. Yeah, well, I think I know what Scott's just. Yeah, so he's trying to screw with me. There we go. Bye, Scott. Obviously, Scott is either Uber fanboy or an Uber employee because, yep. So anyway, guys, that's pretty much the last of the list. And maybe I'll make videos discussing this in more detail, but I just wanted to get like a checklist live stream video done because they're gonna get sued a lot. And I'm gonna have to report on every single lawsuit that comes their way because of this. So, anyone have any final thoughts on this topic? Or any of you even surprised, really, that it got this bad? Anyone? Travis is a gangster, probably. Romeo says, "For me, Uber will not be here 2018. That's my view." Well, they'll be here in 2018, but will they get beyond 2018? I don't know. 2018 will be busy for you. Besides New Year's Eve, any other great times to drive over the holidays? 4th of July, 4th of July and Christmas Eve. Dennis Ayer, not surprised. Let's see here. Thanks, good. Thanks, Enterprises. I appreciate you trying. I mean, the spammers are definitely out tonight. So Karma will put Uber in garbage. Yep. Sounds good. Boy, me and Katie really have to discuss finding another roommate. Uberman Tampa, someone will buy Uber. I think that's true, actually. Uber will probably get bought. And they will have to be bought by someone who has other business ventures and can afford to lose money on Uber for a little while until they figure out how to make money from it. But on the other hand, there's not a lot of companies willing to lose $1.5 billion every few months. So who knows? Oh, I know you. Oh, I'm glad you guys can't hear, but yeah, it's annoying. Very, very annoying. So I bet Uber hate you so much and Travis wants you dead now. Well, Uber probably does not like me. I doubt Travis knows anything about me, to be honest. Travis has too much money to care about me. Um, Amazon. Michael Moore should do an Uber movie. Dark Road? Don't give him any ideas. Someone else might be working on it. Dara better go on Shark Tank. Uberman Tampa. They are losing money because they make dumb decisions and refund anyone who complains. Well, and they also, spend all those driver referrals and just a lot. And plus, they spend millions of dollars a year settling lawsuits. So, Broadbach, Lyft is behaving like Uber lately. Uh, in regards to what? I mean, I know they're imitating Uber with their policies, but we still don't have any concrete proof that they're doing anything illegal on the level that Uber is. Quest 360 says CIA buys Uber for the database. Possible. Amazon buys Uber since they have money coming out of their back end. No, they don't. They don't. That is the biggest misconception in the world. Amazon has never made money. Last year, they made over $20 billion. Their net profit, zero. They lost $73 million. Amazon's not profitable. They would have been gone out of business a long time ago if investors didn't completely give them a pass. Let's see here. Would love to see an anime chat stream sometime, app. I would love to do that. That's not a bad idea. Maybe on my other channel, I'll do that. Dennis Sayer, you need admin? Yeah, well, here. Tell you what, there there you go. Just for tonight at the very least. I'm gonna be ending the stream soon. Uh, what else would we talk about if they weren't screwing up? I don't know, to be perfectly honest, and I've been thinking about that because if Uber's not gonna be around past 2018, I need to talk about something else if this channel's gonna survive. Um, Boss, I wouldn't be surprised if every city in the UK kicks Uber out after this letter. Oh, it's heading in that direction as it is. Um, Uber will never be able to go public because no one in their right mind would invest. Oh, by the way, since you've been reporting a lot of people for tonight, there you go. So, yep, I believe that. So, uh, all right. I think that's going to be it. I can't think of anywhere else to go with this. And thanks. And these videos are such a slog to sit through when you're not part of the chat at the moment. So, when you talk about how much money we could be making, we are screwed for sure. If you do Uber for money, enjoy it while we can. Perfect time to get your rideshare biz started app. I don't know if I want to be in the rideshare business. There's other things I want to do, and there's other things I'm looking into doing. I like making videos. That's what I like doing. We want to see Kevin on a boosted board. I'd like to say that too, but it's probably not going to happen. So, young Santa, well, possibly. Invest in cryptocurrency. Who says I haven't? But I'm not going to depend on it forever. In fact, if I invested in it, in theory, I'm investing very cautiously in it. In theory, you think the cab business will come back? Oh, I'm sorry, SS. What was your comment? Who cares about what Uber thinks? They really do not care anyway. Oh, hey, Harley's Prince. Sorry, sorry you're so late. I'm about to end the chat. Um, yes, Stanty, that's exactly what Amazon wants to do. Amazon has the same mentality as Uber. They want to destroy all the businesses so that they can have it all. And the frustrating thing is people don't care because they get free shipping. Uh, sorry, I actually don't even remember what the comment. I get so many comments, like I sometimes just miss some. What was the comment? I've invested in crypto and am impressed. Yep, a lot of people are. A lot of people are. In the light of Uber's death, will cab business come back? No, I don't think so. I think what would be more likely to happen is other ride sharing companies will emerge. However, they might be priced more reasonably. Okay, real quick, Uber has suspended me. Oh, sorry to hear that. Stargrade? Is that what it is? Did you get below 4.6? Like Navita and hey, great videos, but not so great when audio video goes out of sync. Oh, there's the audio out of and video out of sync. Sorry. Sidecar's gone. I think General Motors bought their assets, or who did buy Sidecar? Um, Sidecar. Uh, no, someone. Who did buy? No, it's not. I think. Okay, good. When you Oh, the background check. I don't know what to do. If you have issues about the background check, you got to go to one of the green light hubs and pretty much find out what you failed on the background check and explain your side of the story once they tell you. That's pretty much all I can tell you to do. Um, huh. Hey, hey guys. Whoa. This is weird. This is so weird. Hold on. Oh, sorry. I found that I found this on the internet, but it's just a blog. I thought it was the company had come back somehow, but nope, it's just a blog. So sorry. GM bought sidecar. Okay. Um so you can take a class if your star rate goes lower to get back online. Yeah, you can. But if they deactivate you over your background check, then you simply have to just go or make an argument for why the background check was wrong. That's pretty much it. So anyway, so I think that's going to be it because I'm actually getting really tired. I only slept like 5 hours last night, and it's starting to weigh on me. So I appreciate everyone for joining. Thank you so much. We'll try to do another live stream soon, of course. I'm also going to start working on more pre-recorded videos because I do know that these live streams they do not hold up very well after the fact. So, and this is kind of important stuff for that to be happening. So, anyway, I'm just going to make one quick comment to Fraudba. Um, yeah, don't talk politics with your writers. I don't care. I don't care how passionate you are about it. Just don't do it. That's Oh, Griffin said, okay. So anyway, if someone wants me to do so, comment below, like, favorite, share, subscribe. If you enjoy the videos I make, consider becoming a patron member for as little as $1 a month, or donate into the super chat right now, because you can do that too. And as always, flame responsibly. Have a good one. How, how's that, Griffin? Yeah, I know, Dan. I'm sorry about that. I shouldn't have got you excited. I got excited. So, all right, folks. I will see you guys on the flip side. Have a good night. And on my channel, we can say Merry Christmas. So, Merry Christmas.